Alright guys, so these days I'm getting more and more tired of using AI coding tools like Cursor, GitHub Copilot. Although they are fast and can generate thousands of lines of code in seconds. But only 60% of the code works and the remaining 40% is a total mess. And that's where TestSprite's MCP server will help the AI to reach 90% accuracy with a fully automated test-driven development. In this video, we are going to test our React role-based access control system using TestSprite's MCP server. We will see how to set up the MCP server in VS Code, generate the front-end test plan, how to create the standardized PRD for our project, and last, create the test cases and execute them. And we will do all this with a single prompt to our TestSprite MCP server. We will have this beautiful dashboard where we can see the test execution report and testing evidences. So if this sounds interesting, then stick around. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel or press the bell icon so that you don't miss the videos like this one. So let's get started. Alright guys, so this is our React project, which is the React 10 stack role-based access control tutorial. We built this project in the past. If you're following my channel, then you would have seen that. Now we want to test this project as a lot of code of this project was generated using the AI like the GitHub Copilot or the ChatGPT. And a lot of times we find that most of the code is not as per what we expected, and then we need to do a multiple prompts on it. Now let's see how we can test this project using TestSprite. But before testing, I will just give you a walkthrough of the project. So I will just run this project and I'm going to have the npm run dev, and this project also dependent on the JSON server. So I will just on the JSON server as well. So I'm going to go here and here I'm going to have the JSON server. All right, so my JSON server is also up. Now let's go and let's see how the project looks like. So this is a simple login page. If I click on the login, and let me log in with a user. So I'm going to have a user. Let me give a password, and if I click on login, then you will see that we get this dashboard, welcome user, and my role is a user. If I click on the product, then it will say that I have no permission to access this page. So either I can go back to a dashboard and log out, or I will do a login with an admin user. So I will have an admin and then I'm going to have my password. So now we will see that welcome admin and the role is admin. Let's click on the products, and here you will see the list of products which I can click on the edit, and I can also click on the delete. So it will get deleted. All right, now we need to test this application, and we are going to test this application using the TestSprite MCP server. So if I go to the TestSprite, then TestSprite is built for modern coders, and it's an AI agent that will test, fix, and validate your code base. And you will see that they have this MCP server, which we are going to try it in our Visual Studio Code, and we are going to set up the complete test plan for our project using TestSprite. You will see that it is going to create all the test cases for you with a just single prompt that you need to test your project with the TestSprite. Along with that, it is seamlessly integrate with any of your favorite AI powered editor, whether you are using Cursor, Claude, Windsurf, or you are using VS Code. You can integrate TestSprite MCP server in any of the code editor. I will click on the pricing as they offer the free tier as well, and they can also have the starter pack where you can have a $0 and you can use it for 1 month. So you can just click on try for free and then you can just sign up. I already have an account, and this is how the dashboard looks like. So if I zoom a little bit here, you will see that you need to click on the test locally MCP because we are having our local application. So I'm going to click on test locally. And when you click on it, you will have a quick install because you need to install the MCP server. So I'm going to click on quick install. And here it will ask that you need to create an API key. So I will not create an API key now, but first I will choose which IDE I'm going to use. So I will be using the VS Code. So I'm going to click on other IDE. And here you can see that how you can use it. I will go to my Visual Studio Code. Inside the Visual Studio Code, if you go to help and you will click on show all commands. And here you will see the MCP list. So I'm going to click on it, and here you can click on the add server. So I'm going to click on the add server, and here you first select this command stdio. So I'm going to click on that, and then here you need to enter the command that you want to run, and I will just copy this one. All right, I will go back and then I will just add it here, and I'm going to hit enter. And here you will say that you need to provide a name to your MCP server. So here we can use the name as TestSprite. So I'm going to copy this and let's use the TestSprite here, and I'm going to hit enter. Now you want to run the TestSprite on all the workspaces, or you just want to run locally for this workspace. So I'm going to click on only work for this workspace. And here you will see that this is our MCP server setup. And now you just need to add your API key. So I will just copy this and I'm going to add it here. Now what we will do is we need to get the API key in order to add it. So if I go here, you can click on create a key here, and this is going to take you to here. You can just click on the new API key. So I'm going to enter React RBAC tutorial. I'm going to click on create, and then you can just copy this and use it here. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put it here. Now here you will also notice that with this you get 7 tools, and you can just click here to start your MCP server. So I'm going to click here to start my MCP server, and we can just click on the show output, and we can see here that TestSprite MCP server is running on the stdio. Now the setup is ready. Now how we can test our applications? So I'm going to go here, and before testing an application, you need to have that whatever application you are testing, you can simply generate a PRD, which is a product required document for your applications. I have generated it. So this is my product required document, and here it contains all the basic information of the project. What is the project about and what functionality or features the project offers. So now I will go here, and here what I'm going to type is, if we go back here and if I go here, then we just need to have that, hey, help me to test this project using TestSprite. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to enter it here. So I'm going to click enter. And here if I go, then you will see that what steps it's following. It's first inspecting the repo and finding the local port. So now it has already found the local port, and then the next step was the bootstrap TestSprite. Now here you can just click on the allow, and this is going to bring you this test configuration. Since I'm testing my front-end application, so I'm going to select front-end. The scope will be the whole code base, and here you can provide the test account. So I'm going to provide a test account of my admin. All right, I will zoom a little bit. And then this is the local port. Here I'm not going to provide anything, and here it will ask you to upload your project specification document. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to select this PRD text, and I'm going to click open, and then you can just click on the continue, and this page is going to get closed. So I'm going to continue, upload success, and the page will get closed automatically. Alright, so we have uploaded it. Now what it is going to do is, since we have uploaded the PRD document, the next step for it is to generate the TestSprite code summary, and I'm going to just click on allow. So it is going to read the complete PRD, and it is going to generate the code summary JSON file. So here you will see that it has generated a code underscore summary JSON, and it has created some directory, which is a temporary directory, and after the temporary directory it will have the JSON file. So here if we go, then we see that this is the TestSprite temp folder, and here the PRD file, this is what I uploaded, and it created first the config file. So in the config file it has simple information like where the application is running and all those information, the local endpoint, the login user, the code base, and this basically is the information which we have provided into that web page which was generated on the bootstrap phase. And here is the code summary, all the tech stack. So it's a TypeScript, React project, Vue, Tailwind CSS, and everything that we are using, all the files and everything. So you can see it all has been generated automatically. Now after this, the next step is to generate the test plan. So I'm just going to click allow so that this step will get executed. Alright, so now the test plan is generated. The next step is to generate code and execute. So I'm going to click on allow, and we can just click on allow. Alright, so now here we will see that now it's starting to run the test cases, and here you will see that the progress is 0 of 11. So it's going to take some time to complete this, and here we are just going to click on the yes. So meanwhile what we can do is we can just go through this what it has created. So this was the PRD text file that we have uploaded. Alright, and based on this it has created the code summary which will read all the code, features, files and everything that we have for our project. The config.json is the file which is created based on the information that we have added into the user interface which we have saw. Alright, then it generates a standardized PRD of our application. So here you will contain all the information like RBAC tutorial and key features and everything. Then you have the TestSprite which contains all our test cases. So these are the actual test cases, like the test case 1 which is the successful login with the valid user role. Then you will have another test case is which will be the failed login with invalid credential, and so on. Now if we go to the dashboard and see, then if I minimize this, then here you will see that we have this React RBAC tutorial, and it is all the test cases are in progress. So you have a successful login with a valid user role, failed login with an invalid user credentials, logout, access protected routes, and everything. So we just have to wait until these test cases gets complete. Alright, so you will see that all our 11 test cases has been completed, where 7 has been passed, 4 has been failed, and you will see that the test execution completed, the AI assistant will generate the test report. And if we go here, and we'll see the same information here. Do you want to concise failure summary first, or I will produce the full markdown report? So I will just say produce full markdown report. Alright, and if we go here, then we will be able to see this raw report MD, which will contain all the information. So if I go here, and here you will see that all the information, the test cases which has been passed and the test cases which has been failed. If I go to the dashboard and if I go here, then here you will see that we have all the test cases that has been passed and the one which is failed. And if you click on any of the ones, so if I click here, then you will see that it will verify the user with a proper credential and a role, and you can just click on here and it will going to run the test case for you. So it also records that. So it will go here, put the username as admin, password, and then you will see that it takes you to the products page. All right, and then it will just click on the logout, and you can go and click on the code, where you will see that it uses a playwright, which is a testing framework to test your project. Now you can also go and check for the failures one. So if I go and check this one, then here this is the failure one, and we can also run and see what exactly it fails. So the neighbor renders navigation links dynamically by user role. So for admin it is successfully done. Now it's going to try within another user. Alright, and these can also be fixed with the help of this MCP server. So what we can do is we can just drag this report as well, and we can say that to fix the failed test cases, and it is going to try to fix the failed test cases. So that's all in a nutshell is how you can use the MCP test server to test your project and generate the test cases and the reports, and you can also fix them. So no matter how big project you build, the MCP server will help you to test them easily and in a very efficient manner. So I hope you liked the video. A thumbs up is appreciated. You can also connect with me via Facebook or Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter for latest updates. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe the channel or press the bell icon so that you don't miss the videos like this one. Thank you. Thanks for watching.